Crawford reports early signs do point to brisk sales.
It was Black Friday weekend for the nation's retailers, and in a way it was similar for the nation's Christmas tree farmers. Blake Rayfeld is a grower in Ohio, also president of the National Christmas Tree Association. He says 20 years ago, the weekend after Thanksgiving was not as critical a sales time as it is today.
In those early years, I used to do maybe 15% of my total volume my first weekend. Now that's shifted to where I may be doing 50% of my sales the first weekend.
But overall sales have been stagnant over the last few years, but Rayfeld told us that may be turning around.
There's been a lot of calls, a lot of social media inquiries, so I think that the public seems to be in a buying mood for real trees.
We bought about $33 million last season. Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Washington.
Did you know your checkoff is sharing the benefits of beef with millennials through social media? Did you know your beef checkoff helped get 6 extra lean cuts certified as heart healthy by the American Heart Association? Did you know your checkoff is helping us set new U.S. beef export records? While you manage your operation, your beef checkoff is working hard to keep beef top of mind with consumers here and around the world. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing the facts at mybeefcheckoff.com. Funded by the Beef Checkoff.
And according to the Hagstrom report, President Barack Obama would veto the current tax extenders bill that Congress is writing because the bill does not include tax breaks for the middle class. The bill would include that $500,000 deduction that farmers use for business equipment. It expired at the end of last year and was lowered to $25,000 this year. Farm groups and others want Congress to reinstate it, as well as reinstate the 50% bonus depreciation for other business machinery. Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
All right, thank you. 4 minutes after 10 o'clock, one of the biggest mistakes we made as a country was during the Vietnam War when our soldiers were coming home, and we did not welcome them home. We made a huge mistake, and I was just a kid, but I'm still going to include myself in on that because as a country, we really did. We made a huge mistake. If you're a Vietnam veteran and you went through that, gosh, our apologies 100 times over, and I hope everybody feels the same way about that as I do. So we don't want to make that same mistake again. We have a homecoming today that I want Morrey Deen to tell you about. Morrey Deen, as you know, was the chief of police in Ocala for forever. I don't know how long he was actually, but he also was very instrumental, hugely instrumental in the honor flight, the successful honor flight program that Marion County was involved in for quite a long time. And he's also the former commander of the 351st Military Police Company. And that's what we're on the air to talk about today. He can't be in the studio because he's probably getting ready for this big homecoming. The 351st Military Police Company Welcome Home celebration is today at 3 p.m. at the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. Get out there and thank all of them, the ones coming home, the ones who've been home a while. They all are the reason we're able to say whatever we want on the radio. They keep our freedoms, including this freedom of speech and freedom of the press. Morrey Deen, good morning, sir.
Well, good morning. How are you this morning, Larry?
Pretty good. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And
same here.
And on the air, I just want to express our condolences for the passing of Mike Emig.
Yes, very much so. A true patriot, and we are certainly going to miss him.
Yeah, I know he was an important part of what you all do. So where are the 351st right now? Where are they?
They're in Fort Bliss, Texas, and they should be airborne here pretty quickly, and they'll be headed back for just a beautiful homecoming this afternoon at 3 o'clock here in the Veterans Park. I hope that everyone will come out and show their appreciation. These are our citizen soldiers that have left their jobs, their families, everything to go and serve our country. They've been over in Afghanistan since earlier this year. And fortunately, they are getting to come back a little bit earlier than originally anticipated. But they are anxious to get back home and get with their families and their friends and all the communities. So we hope everybody's going to come out this afternoon and be a part of this welcome home ceremony. It's going to be a beautiful day today, and I know they're excited. We're excited. We're out here at the park right now trying to put on some final touches of things, and we just want it to be a very special occasion. And we certainly owe it to these young men and women that continue to step forward and serve our nation so proudly. And whatever the call, they're there, they do it, and they don't want to take any special credit for it, but they certainly deserve it because they do a great job for our nation, our community, and I'm so proud of them. I just can't say enough in honor of them and their service.
Yeah, no question about it. And you certainly are proud of them. And I love the pride that is in your face. Every time we go to an event, you stand there. You're one of the most commanding people I've ever met.
Yes.
And you clearly love this nation and love the people who serve this nation, and our own 351st. How long have they been gone?
They've been gone almost 8 months, and they were supposed to have been gone another 3 or 4 months, but unfortunately, they decided to cut back and reduce the force, so they're getting to come home about 4 months early, which we're very thankful for.
And are they done at this point, or will they be going back?
No, they at this point, at least, they are done. This is actually, over the past 8 years, is about the 5th deployment that they have had, and that's quite a task. Many of these folks have been on 3 and 4 different deployments, either to Iraq or Afghanistan. So it shows the commitment and the patriotism that they have to serve our nation, to serve our community, and honor us by going and actually putting their lives on the line to do their job. And
will the Kingdom of the Sun concert band be there along with?
Yes, they certainly will. The Kingdom of the Sun concert band will be here, and we've got a lot of our community officials and stuff are going to be here to honor them, as well as some military officials as well. So we want to give them just a great big turnout and let them know really how much we appreciate all that they've done.
Do you get to know any of the individuals, Morrey?
I say that again.
Do you get to know any of them individually?
Oh, certainly. I've gotten to know several, just in this past year that are new ones even, but some of them have been in the unit for, 8 or 10 years, and so yes, you certainly do. They're great folks.
Now, the event is at 3:00 at the Veterans Park here in Ocala, right by McPherson, if you don't know where it is. And we would encourage you, if you're listening, and you can go and say thank you to these patriots, I guess we could say, veterans, soldiers. Yeah. And also spread the word. If you have a Facebook account, a Twitter account, get it on the line. We need to help them get the word out about this event because, like I say, we want to make sure they know how much they're appreciated.
Exactly. And if folks are new to Ocala, the Veterans Park is located right on State Road 40, just as you kind of make the curve there to by the library. And there's a big, huge parking lot there in front of the library, plenty of parking space. And come out and spend a few minutes and honor these wonderful veterans and their service to our country.
So how do they get there? I mean, obviously they fly from Texas to Ocala, but from the airport in Ocala, are they on a bus? Do their families bring them in cars? How do they get here?
No, they actually they will be coming in at another airport, and then they will bus to Ocala, and our law enforcement folks are actually giving them an escort, so they'll be escorted from the airport straight to the Veterans Park. And we're really looking forward to them getting here. It's just a matter of a few hours now, so we're getting excited.
Yeah.
How many soldiers are in the 351st?
Well, they took about 120 on this particular assignment, and so fortunately all of them are coming home safe and sound.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that is the good news. I'm guessing the moms and dads and brothers and sisters, they'll all be there as well. So it should be a wonderful homecoming. Who's just
to show their commitment. I mean, on one of the previous deployments that they had to Iraq, they actually lost two soldiers on that deployment. So this is not always a situation where they all make it home. They actually sometimes do end up having to sacrifice their life because of their duties. So we really can't take these things for granted. We're fortunate and blessed that they're all coming home, and but it's not always been the case.
Well, and that's exactly why I call all of you veterans. I call you all heroes, because every single one of you made that decision that if it needed to be, that you would lose your life. And why? So that you could protect us. There's no other definition for a hero.
That's exactly right. And we've got a very well, actually, we've got the finest military in the history of our nation, and not that every generation hasn't stepped forward and done enormous things they have, but the troops we have today are so well trained and prepared. They're really some of the finest citizens that we have in our country because of their leadership ability and the training that they've had. They do know how to get the job done, and so we've got a lot to be proud of in what they do.
You were also very instrumental in creating the Francis Marion Military Academy. When the 351st comes home, will they be meeting with the students there?
I'm sure they're going to have some time to do that, and actually some others. They usually try and get out and visit with some of the schools. We're hoping that some of them will be able to come over and visit today. I know we've got some color guards coming from some of the junior ROTC units, and so anyway, we always want the young people to be able to spend time with them, because if there's anybody that they should look at as a true hero, it's our men and women that serve our nation.
And Morrey, I really appreciate you coming on. I know you're pressed for time today, so thank you for taking some time to talk to us. Can I hold?
Thank you all.
Can I keep you on just a little bit longer to answer a question from a listener?
Certainly.
Somebody's calling in. Good morning. You're on the air with Morrey Deen.
Larry, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Larry and Robin, I know you guys mean well. From one veteran to the veterans and the active duty, the 351st coming home, the size of the unit and their transportation route are actually considered sensitive issues. And right now there's an FBI alert to all American military domestically and abroad for possible what we saw in Canada. So I know your heart's in the right place, but the size of the unit and how they transport around, this isn't 1945 anymore, and we're coming home from World War II. We live in a more polarized world. So just keep that in your heart. I know you guys, love and care about our fellow soldiers as well as I do, but I just want to share that with the former police chief. I'm sure he would agree with me. And Semper Fi, sir.
There you go. Yeah, I didn't realize that, so I apologize.
No,
I had no idea I was asking something out of line, but I understood.
Well, I appreciate his comment, and I certainly do agree with it. But I can guarantee you they are going to be well secured today, and we have made extremely extra efforts in providing additional law enforcement and that kind of thing. So it will be a safe place, and I guarantee you the troops will be taken care of safely as well. And but we certainly do acknowledge what he's saying, for sure.
Well, and again, I apologize. I didn't realize I was asking something that I shouldn't have even asked.
Yeah, me neither.
But I just want you to know how much we do appreciate what you've done, Morrey, all these years, and of course, as a representative of the 351st, what they've done, this group and the previous groups, etc. And our mission is simple. Our mission is nowhere near as complex as what you all do. Our mission is to get the word out. And so, if you're listening and you want to honor these young men and women, it's a simple matter of showing up at the park. That's all you got to do. Show up.
3 o'clock today.
3 o'clock, yeah.
We hope everybody can make an effort to come out and spend a few moments.
And this is going to be extremely emotional for their families as well, their spouses and their children and their parents, because we were at the other welcome home ceremony for the 351st, and it just makes you cry because of all of the happiness that's exuded between everyone.
It really does. I tell you, the spouses of all these soldiers and so forth have so much to do when one of them's away, and they do a marvelous job of taking care of family and all the things that need to be dealt with and all while they're away. And it's not an easy task. We've got a lot of folks that help support them in different ways to help meet whatever needs they may have or whatever crisis they may get into, and it's just part of being a fellow veteran and knowing what some of those circumstances are like.
All right. Morrey Deen, it's an honor, and we salute you through the phone. Thank you so much for what you do, and you're always a friend of this station.
And us personally.
Y'all are wonderful to always support our military and our veterans, and the things that are truly part of our patriotic love of country and nation. And so thank you to WOCA and all that y'all do.
Thank you, Morrey. Have a great day today.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right. We will post that, by the way, on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll do our best to continue to promote that event, even on the air. Again, thank you, Morrey. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today, but there can be a shower in the area, mainly along the coast. The high 76 to 80. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, lows ranging from the upper 50s.